In our discussion this morning, we're going to address two things. Why did Paul love the Thessalonians so much? And then, what efforts did he go to show it? So how can knowledge of our brothers help us to meditate, build appreciation, and deepen love? Well, we can think about what they may have gone through when they came into the truth, or growing up in the truth.
Amy says she was sexually abused by a member of her congregation. She says elders could have prevented the abuse by the man who had a prior conviction.
Well, we can think about what they may have gone through when they came into the truth, or growing up in the truth.
Amy Whitby believes the Jehovah's Witnesses have a lot to answer for. What has this organisation taken from you?
33 years of my life, and I'm not letting them take any more.
Growing up inside the insular group in outback Queensland, Amy says she was sexually abused by a member of her congregation. She says elders could have prevented the abuse by the man who had a prior conviction.
Did this young person grow up in a dysfunctional family? Did they learn the truth as a teenager and their parents opposed them bitterly? Did they learn it as an adult and had to get rid of all sorts of bad association and filthy habits and addictions? And yet here all of those folks are in the truth, having come so far and staying faithful. When we review that and we meditate on that, it makes them more lovable.
What has this organisation taken from you?
33 years of my life, and I'm not letting them take any more.
And we meditate on that. It makes them more lovable.
And who went on to abuse other children.
The job of an elder is to shepherd the congregation, to look after the flock, to keep them safe.
Amy Whitby's civil case is now before the courts and is set to be the first of a series against the Jehovah's Witnesses. Her lawyers represent 10 other former congregation members.
The courts in overseas jurisdictions have found that they have been found to hold a duty of care to children, and they have been found liable for breaching that duty of care. And we think that the Australian courts will make that same determination when they're called on to do so.
The Jehovah's Witnesses say elders did not know Ms Whitby's alleged abuser had a prior conviction, and regardless, it's not responsible for abuse that occurs in a family home. Many former witnesses, including Renee Pickles, have told Four Corners that they're also victims of the group's ruthless practice of shunning those who leave.
I had nobody to turn to, and then I'd lost my entire family and community.
Now our loyalty is on the line, not to the disfellowship person, but to God, who is watching to see whether we will abide by his command not to have contact with those who are disfellowshipped. Some of Jehovah's people may think this is too drastic, and that their keeping in contact with the disfellowshipped friend or relative is a kindness.
I had nobody to turn to, and then I'd lost my entire family and community.
But they could not be more wrong about that. You see, it may salve their own feelings, but they would be doing the worst possible thing for the disfellowship person.
So it was like I landed in a different planet, and it was an extremely lonely period of time. It was unbelievable.
The witnesses' failure to report hundreds of allegations of child sexual abuse to police and its policy of shunning were heavily criticised by the 2016 Royal Commission. Former members say little has changed. Adam Harvey, ABC News.